Welcome to Akihabara. This place looks better when it's wide, so I'm gonna put the wide lens on. How you doing, everybody? I'm here today with a visitor, someone who's visiting Japan for just a few days and making an episode here. He's over there. I don't know if you can recognize him. I'll give you a hint. He's that guy standing in the middle. He looks completely lost and has no idea what's going on. Scotty! How's it going? Welcome to Japan.
Thank you. This place is awesome.
Yeah. So this is your first time here.
This is my first time here, like day 3 or 4 maybe?
Yeah.
Something like that. And I've basically only been to Akihabara and the hotel.
that's
basically
true.
it.
That's true. So this is Scotty. This is his channel is called Strange Parts.
Yep.
What do you do on your channel?
So I like to pitch it as like a travel channel for geeks. So it's like travel and adventure and technology and manufacturing. I go to markets like Akihabara, Huashan Bay and Shenzhen, which is the largest electronics markets in the world. We visit factories, and then I do all sorts of crazy projects. So I've built my own iPhone from parts that I bought in the market in Shenzhen.
That was his first episode.
First video I ever made.
15 million views.
Yeah, it was well exceeded my expectations. I've added a headphone jack to an iPhone 7, which is the first phone they removed it from. And yeah, up to all sorts of geeky electronics, technology, manufacturing adventures.
Very cool. That's what I like to hear. Scotty has a lot of passion for what he does. That's what makes his channel a success. So definitely go check out Strange Parts. But right now we are in your kingdom, sir. You have been here for almost. These are your people. You've been here almost entirely over the last few days, except for the one day we spent at YouTube.
Yeah.
At the office there, we've been entirely here, scouting out the places. Now, I did a live stream here just a few days ago, and giving you a tour on Akihabara, and I was kind of doing the same thing with Scotty, so I researched this pretty good. Hopefully, he's gonna make an episode on his channel doing the same thing, but more depth with the technology stuff.
Yeah,
but
we found some really cool stuff that I didn't expect to find here.
Right.
Stuff that you wouldn't find anywhere else in the world, I don't think.
It's only in Japan. That's why I have a channel.
This is home of like the electronics fanatic hobbyist.
Yeah.
Which I think is really rare to find in like a physical manifestation these days. I mean, everything's gone online, and this is one of the few places left where you can like go to a shop where a guy is designing his own electronics kits.
Oh, that guy over there, yeah.
Yeah.
There's the Chuo line, or the Soba line making its way across the bridge. That's also very cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's nice to catch these little things. This is Maid Cafe Alley, otherwise known as the 1980s computer alley, where a lot of the stores here were opened up selling computers and games 30 years ago, now are converted into kind of like Maid Cafe places too. She's really making the sale. But,
or giving directions, one of the two.
Yeah, or giving directions, one of the two. So why are you so interested in Akihabara? Why did you spend all of your time here?
Well, I mean, I'm like an electronics geek. I'm a manufacturing geek. So like this is the kind of stuff I'm really into. But I think in particular, the thing that's really interesting here is this is designed for electronics geeks. And the place that I spend most of my time is in Shenzhen, which is really meant for like electronics manufacturing.
Yeah.
And so, like, if you're not buying 10,000 of something, it's not worth their time to talk to you there. And here, like, you can buy one of something, and the proprietor will be like super interested in talking to you, and like you'll pay accordingly. But
it's different. It's a different
like
culture.
A totally different. Like the starting place here, the fundamental reason this exists is like very different from Shenzhen, right? So this is for people like me, whereas Shenzhen like tolerates people like me.
you're just a tourist,
right?
Even in our industry of mass
they don't
enterprise.
Make very much money on me, and you know, if I'm polite, they'll tolerate my presence. But.
So you got a chance to dive into a lot of these shops right there. We've got some computer part stores,
LEDs, and addressable LEDs.
Right.
Yep.
What specifically have you found here over your time in Akihabara that you think stands out for electronic geeks? Like,
okay, so I think the coolest thing that we found was the guy who had the it was like a computer game shop and like arcade games, but he had modded all these old arcade games and like added on his own circuit boards. And he was, in particular, my favorite part is that he has a gachapon machine that sells chips from arcade, like salvage, like old dip packaged chips in gachapon from arcade games for the music.
The
chip.
8-bit music that you heard in the area. Remember that Legend of Zelda and like
Right.
all those the ding ding. He actually took those chips out of arcade games, put it into gachapon, and you could get it. But then what do you do with it?
Right,
What do you
but
do
then
with
he's
it?
got kits with circuit boards that are bare circuit boards. They don't have any components.
Okay.
And you buy the right circuit board kit to go with the chip that you got in your gachapon, and you put it all together, and you don't get the game, you get just a music synthesizer that will play you the music from the game on the original chip.
That's so
which
cool.
I think is amazing.
So you're gonna have to make a.
So I'm gonna have to go back. So I bought 3 chips yesterday, and I'm gonna have to go back tomorrow. I didn't bring them today, but I have to bring them tomorrow and buy all the right kits so that I can actually put them together. Now that I kind of understand how all it works.
That's an episode, right?
Yeah, yeah. It's
That's
gonna be another video.
that's gonna be
It's
an
gonna another
episode
video.
on Strange Parts.
Yeah.
All
So
right.
the thing is, like when I go to places like this, I find these little threads to pull on that then turn into much larger projects for me. And so that's gonna be one. And then we found a cool Polaroid camera for $3
Oh yeah,
yesterday.
the Polaroid camera.
And so I got to figure out what I'm going to turn that into. I'm going to take it apart and put something else in.
I'm talking about the Polaroid cameras that are all like the hard plastic. You'd pull the top up and they had the rainbow.
Yeah.
And
This one is very like retro. Like it looks.
I had one of those when I was a kid. I was obsessed with that little rainbow. Look at the rainbow. It's so colorful. It means it makes color pictures. I didn't speak like that, but I had that kind of passion. So we're leaving now the Computer and Maid Street. We met a guy in there, and I kind of don't want to ruin what's going to be on Scotty's channel because I think that's going to be a pretty good episode. But the guy didn't want to be on camera.
Yeah.
Which kind of made it hard for us.
I know.
Right?
It's going to be challenging to fully tell that story.
I think if you gouge his face a little bit, you have to show that there actually was a guy we were talking to.
And then
He just didn't want to tell a
enough
story.
translation that we've got some story there, but he's like super into it and just
He's like the Japanese version of you.
yeah, maybe so.
That's what I got. He
Yeah.
likes to take things and make things from parts, and that he has a passion for creating and manufacturing.
And specifically around games.
Right.
Yeah.
Specifically games. But what I took away from that exchange that we had that's going to be in a show is that this owner really doesn't want to see Akihabara change too much.
Yeah.
He liked the way that it was 30 years ago, and I kind of did too.
Yeah.
And with
all the little
of
shops and the sort of family owned.
Right.
Like high, very dense, very networked sort of.
Right.
These little aisles of yeah.
It was the identity of the neighborhood that he's been working in for decades.
Yeah.
And you can see that this town has changed a lot.
Yeah.
From the 20 years that I've been in here, and I talked about this in another live stream, it's changed from just like computer parts and this electrical vibe to the manga and anime headquarters, and it was never really like that. It was always household appliances, then video games and computers.
Yeah.
And this is sort of a new thing. And the reason why it's a Manga Paradise is because it's very close to the publishers, Shueisha, and some of the other places. This seems to make sense to put this here. And the rent was, I gotta be honest, these are like a Chinese tour bus, just waving to people. Welcome to Akihabara, we got a wave back, yeah. All right. These tour buses weren't here 20 years ago, it was different. Yeah. There's a
lot more tourists here than there were 20 years ago.
Yeah, there are a lot more. Hey, there's a Cuddle Cafe over there. Do you want to go to the Cuddle Cafe? Do you feel
I don't know,
lonely?
man. That sounds super awkward.
Well, okay. Yeah, maybe not. Maybe next time we'll go to a Cuddle Cafe.
I'm not a big cuddler, even with like people I'm dating. So like, cuddling with a random stranger who is being paid to do it, not really my thing.
Can I cuddle with you later? She's not gonna like that. But yeah, let me go in here. If you guys have some question for Scotty, I'm trying to get the chat to come up here, the live chat. Okay, it's not coming up here. I can't actually see the live chat. Can you, Scott?
No. Maybe I should sign into your.
That's weird. I'm looking for your chat, guys.
Technology, man.
All right, I'm gonna restart the stream for 5 seconds. Just give me a second, okay, everybody? I can see the chats now. Okay, I got it now. I can see the chats now. Hey guys,
I've
sorry.
got them on my phone now too.
Yeah, I had to restart YouTube.
Yeah.
We're back. So we've been walking around here. I'm gonna take you to Yodobashi Camera and walk around there. Okay.
Yeah. That place is crazy. It's so overwhelming in there.
Yodobashi Camera is a city of appliances and there's another YouTuber.
Somebody said it's the largest
He's talking to himself.
Electronics
Look
place in the world.
at that crazy guy. He's talking to himself. No pride. That's how
John's over here negging other YouTubers.
And now I'm doing the same thing. I'm holding a stick and walking around. Follow the stick.
Okay, we're only slightly crazy.
Follow the stick.
I've learned that you sort of like develop this just like vlogger bubble though. Just like you just eventually like, because you got so much that you're focusing on, you just sort of tune everybody out.
Yeah, you know what? The thing with this is that people know what I'm doing now.
Yeah.
Like a couple of years ago, this would be weird.
Yeah.
It's still
weird.
It's still weird, but it's not as weird because it's people kind of had gotten used to it because they may have watched one or two.
What we do is still really weird. Like
It's weird.
there's no denying it.
It's weird. So once again, for everybody joining in, this is Scotty from Strange Parts. He's his first time in Japan. I don't know what took him so long.
I know. I don't know. It's been on my list for like 10 years, 15 years.
What took you so long?
Well, because I like to explore places in depth. And I mean, I spent the past 3 years primarily in China. And I feel like I've barely scratched the surface of one city in China.
Yeah.
So
Shenzhen?
Yeah, right. So I feel like it's gonna take me at least another couple years to do Tokyo.
That's gonna take
it's
Tokyo.
Just a very slow, like
Tokyo will. If it's taking you that much time in Shenzhen, it's gonna take you years.
I know.
In Tokyo, there's
like
Akihabara in the distance up there. You can see it. We're getting closer to there. That's our goal. There's the Do you say Gundam Cafe or Gundam? Some people say Gundam. I say Gundam.
They're like plastic figures put together in paint?
No, these are mobile suit robots that protect the world.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
You're gonna get in big trouble if you disrespect Gundam.
Sorry, I don't.
There's a lot of people out there that love.
I will admit that I am not very educated on the ways of like anime and manga and robot sci-fi.
Well, you get points for
culture.
pronouncing it right. It's not manga, it's manga.
Manga.
Yeah, just be careful.
Okay.
I once said manga and the entire internet exploded and got big, deep trouble.
I'm gonna have to be careful.
While we've
Watch
been
my
here,
tongue.
I'd say about a half dozen people have come up to say hi to this guy. He's
Well, both. You've gotten a fair number of people.
no, nobody knows who I am. I look like that guy from the Karate Kid, Cobra Kai.
Yeah.
They think they're talking to Daniel LaRusso. Hey man, wax off. I've seen you on YouTube, man. Like YouTube, this Cobra Kai thing, this phenomenon is it's crazy. So hashtag Cobra Kai. I absolutely don't know what all the fuss is about it.
Yeah.
You know what? Daniel LaRusso looks like me, all right? I think I might be older. I'm not sure. I look better. That's what somebody said. You look better than Daniel LaRusso. Well, so first of all, he's a character.
You should start dressing up in a
I did.
Karate Kid costume.
I had
and
the
stand
headband.
For pictures.
I had the headband.
I bet you could
that
get
confused
like
people
a couple
on the
dollars
beach.
a picture.
I probably could.
Go stand in. I don't know. Where's the place that everybody goes with all the costumes?
Yeah, I didn't give you $100 to buy DJI crud. Sorry. Congrats on the new gimbal. That's the Lord. I know. I didn't want to get DJI, but there was absolutely no other option. I was gonna get the same one that I had before, but all I could eventually get was this one. And I had an Osmo before, so hopefully this will last a lot better. The first one. The battery life was so bad on it. After about 45 minutes, I'd have to change the battery. This one will last a lot longer, and I never had a problem with the smooth Q. That thing was a tank, except it wasn't after 7 months.
I rented an Osmo, and it felt like it was drunk the whole time.
DJI makes good gimbals. I think this one's a little bit better. I'm not quite used to it, but as long as we got smooth video, guys, that makes it a big deal.
That's what's key.
It is. So you're gonna do some live streams in China now?
I'm tempted. I need to figure out what the legalities are. They've cracked down on it at one point, and I don't know what the situation is. So, and then connectivity is like perpetually an issue.
I like this guy. He's worried about the legality of live streaming. Look, I try not to show strange people's faces. I always pan down and show their ankles.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Is that on limits?
This is legal.
Ankles is okay.
Ankles are okay.
Nothing higher than ankles.
Well, you know what? The law is kind of like don't focus on anybody's face.
Yeah.
And if they accidentally get into it, it's kind of like a shogun eye, can't be helped.
Yeah. Right.
But don't focus in on somebody. And if the kids, you don't have permission, don't film kids. There's a bunch of laws and stuff like that. But in general, I keep it, try to keep it professional and valuable. Speaking of value, for the people, do you think you could live in Akihabara? What do you think? Is this livable? It's not really as big. You have a whole city. Now, Shenzhen is where they manufacture a lot of a lot of factories managing consumer goods that go to the
where
US.
iPhones are made, iPads. There's a ton of phone manufacturing there, a ton of electronics manufacturing. You probably all own at least one thing that came from Shenzhen. Like all of the world's iPhone cables and cases come from there. Yeah, lots of phone accessories.
So when you look at it like that, Shenzhen's huge.
Yeah, and the factories go on forever. I mean, Shenzhen itself is like 20 million people, and the main industry there is manufacturing.
So then when you look at
the region is 60 million.
The region is 60, but that's really huge.
It's huge.
But then when you look at just Akihabara, that's just one area within the city of Tokyo.
Right.
So it's really not.
It's like a pretty tight district. Yeah. This is not really to support manufacturing, right? It's to support like geeks and otaku, right? So it's like a bit of a different foundation for its existence.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's different. I don't think Tokyo could be compared to Shenzhen maybe. But you know what? Akihabara is literally it's like Chuodori, the station, and a couple of streets back.
Yeah.
And it goes to Sui Nagacho, which is just down the next station over. That's Akihabara. It's not really that big.
Yeah, it's just a small little neighborhood here.
But if you want big, just go into that department store, Scotty.
I was in here yesterday, and we did like 2 or 3 floors, and I was like, oh my god, this is so overwhelming.
That's the biggest department store in the world. Just saying.
That's what I've heard, yeah.
That's what I've heard too. I actually cannot confirm nor deny, because it is big. I won't deny
it. It's
huge.
I will
confirm.
It's very overwhelming. There's just like signs and blinky things everywhere.
What technology do you want now that you're in Japan that you can't get in China? What's on your mind?
It's a good question. I don't know that I've got anything that I can't get.
Wow.
Yeah, like I don't...
That's it, because everything's manufactured there.
Everything's made there, so I can get it one way or another. It's not... They do import a lot. Like the brand name stuff is often imported.
Okay.
But I can pretty much get anything either in person or like on Taobao, which is... I don't know, do people know what Taobao is? Taobao's like... For the Western folks, it's like eBay meets Amazon. It's like you can buy anything on Taobao. It's pretty much within China only. But I had a friend like buy live geckos on there. Buy computer chips.
What? Live
I had a friend
geckos?
buy a toilet, and like someone showed up an hour later to install it.
Did you buy the toilet or buy the guy to install it?
You buy the toilet, and the installation is free.
And the geckos came in a box? Can you send...
Geckos came in a box, and he released them in the apartment building to get rid of the cockroaches.
That's smart. That's actually kind of smart.
Cockroaches.
Gavin, thank you very much. I will have that drink tonight, actually. Thank you very much. Gavin, I appreciate that. Taobao is internal China. AliExpress is for international.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep. And then Alibaba is for like wholesale export.
And Mindless Marty writes in, geckos for roaches?
I don't know. It works. It worked
They
until
do.
winter, and then I think most of the geckos didn't like the cold.
They just died.
Yeah.
With full stomachs.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, you can get your stomach full in Hong Kong. I know that.
Yeah.
The cockroaches are pretty bad there.
Yeah. But I do have my eye on some new cameras. So you and I both shoot on the same camera.
Right,
the
GH5.
Which I like, but it's got a few issues.
Yeah.
It's not great at autofocus, and it's not great in low light. So I've been looking at the like Canon EOS R.
Yeah.
So, but they don't have them yet here. So we asked yesterday, and they're not in stock yet.
This is one of the weirdest conversations as we watch a man lose cellulite by shaking.
It's good. So what is this?
I don't know.
What are you buying the unit for
I don't know, but it's freaking me out.
60,000?
While you were talking, I see this dude I think he was reading a book.
Butt massage?
It's weird. This is what it feels like being on a bus. Just stand on a bus. Like what? Some weird stuff here in Akihabara. Yeah, they have the battery-powered bikes are really big right now.
Kid carriers in the front.
So are the cream brulee donuts.
Yeah, there's some crazy food along here.
Yeah, the ramen cake is good. He has not had a bowl of ramen
Not here yet. I mean, I have, but
not,
like
oh, you have, but
proper
not
bowl.
not a proper bowl.
Yeah.
So you got to get that by Wednesday. Yeah, cool.
There's a lot to do.
There's way too much to do.
I might have to like even leave this neighborhood at some point.
And he actually has not seen anything outside of Akihabara. What other locations are you interested in, and where do you have to recommend he go to?
Yeah, I think that's far more important. I would like to check out Shinjuku.
Shinjuku?
Because I've heard that's cool. But I don't really know.
So they're recommending
kind of a
Ippudo.
blank slate at this point.
Ippudo Roppongi. Ippudo is a ramen shop.
Oh, okay.
It's pretty good.
Okay, I'm staying in Roppongi, so that would be
probably so check out Ippudo.
Ippudo.
Ippudо. I don't like chain shops. Ippudo's a chain, but it's really good. They say. The people say. I'm not sure. Go to the Imperial Palace. Imperial Palace is kind of boring unless you're going there for a run.
Yeah.
Yoshihara.
What's that?
Okay. Bring him to Tsukiji. I'm actually bringing someone else to Tsukiji next week, so that's another story. Hey, it's the iPhone guy. You're like the iPhone guy.
This is the reputation that I'm like almost fighting at this point. I gotta break out of the box that I created.
His name is Scotty. Scotty. And I called him Scott, and he goes, well, yeah, you can call me Scott, but most people call me Scotty. Yeah. But you can call me Scott if you want to.
Scotty's short for Scott.
Okay,
So.
Wait, okay, got it. So you're originally from the U.S.?
Yeah.
And how long do you think you're going to be in China? You don't have to answer.
I don't know. I think like indefinitely. It's for the kinds of stuff that I do on my channel. It's a pretty perfect place to be a lot of the time. So there's no better place to be if you want to visit factories and work with factories and be like as close to the supply chain as you possibly can.
Yeah.
If you're building stuff here or anywhere else, it's all coming from there anyway, and so you're just further away from the source of it. So everything takes a little bit longer. You don't have as access to sort of complete inventory. So it's a good place to be.
I think for what you do, there's no better place right now than Shenzhen because it's like the capital of manufacturing in the world. Yeah. Sorry for the wind, guys. We got some remnants of the typhoon that passed through here yesterday. Shenzhen is such an exciting place. I think Tokyo's got something in common. Right now, there's so much construction and buzz around the 2020 Olympics, but it seems like there's a lot of buzz just because of all the stuff going on in Shenzhen. Is there buzz? I mean, what's it like?
I think Shenzhen is very rapidly changing, and it's got this really exciting energy that I used to be a software engineer in Silicon Valley back in the day, and I guess I started there in like 2006, and Shenzhen sort of feels like it felt in Silicon Valley back then. There's sort of this this sort of energy of like everybody's sort of trying to create something new, to seek their fortune, and I think that's really exciting to be around. Things are constantly changing, and I really like novelty. I like, I'm highly distracted by shiny objects, so.
This is very weird.
Yeah, this is very strange.
You're distracted by shiny objects. I'm just distracted by people shaking on this board.
By schoolgirls in their
uniforms. I don't know. You're like, what? Yeah. But I get what you're saying, and this city too, Akihabara has changed so much. I wonder what Shenzhen's going to be like in 10 years.
I do too.
I wonder what's going to be like in 2 years. Actually.
I wonder what it's going to be like next month.
Next month?
It changes so quickly. Yeah, there's new shops and new restaurants and things getting demolished literally month over month. And so I've been going there for 3 years now, and in that time, like, some restaurants have changed over 3 or 4 times.
Wow.
And the whole city is that way. The markets are that way. Like, so I think it's somewhere I'm going to be spending a lot of time for the future. But I see myself traveling. I want to spend more time here.
Yeah.
I want to do stuff
we're your
in
neighbors,
India.
man. We're your neighbors.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, is there a lot of tourism there? Are there a lot of expats? What's it like there if you go to visit? I don't know.
There's not a ton of tourists. Like, people come there for the electronics markets. I've definitely been bringing people there with my videos. I'm starting to meet people who are like, I'm coming here to see the markets because of what I saw in your videos. There are like a few amusement parks, but it's not. It really is a city that people go to work, and so it's not. It's not like Beijing or Shanghai where there's a lot of history. Shenzhen's only 40 years old. Like 40 years ago,
what?
It was rice paddies.
The city is 40 years old?
40 years old.
What?
It was rice paddies 40 years ago. And so, like, in 1970, there was nothing. It was 100,000 people 40 years ago, and now it's 20 million. So everything is brand new.
The last, hey, that was awesome.
So it's not, it doesn't have the depth of like history that you would expect of a major tourist destination. That being said, like there's cool stuff. You know, there's the electronics markets. There's an oil painting village where they do replicas of like Van Gogh and other impressionist painters, which has sparked this whole sort of art industry and ecosystem. You can go there and like commission a custom oil portrait for like $50, $100.
It's fascinating. Alright, and you were saying something about something?
You were asking about expats. There are some expats, so there are people there.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Okay, expats, yeah. So there's
some expats. There's people there doing manufacturing. Apple employees obviously go there to visit the Foxconn factories.
Oh right. Can anybody go in there?
No.
Oh,
no.
That would be cool.
No, it would be cool. But no, I wouldn't even be allowed in the like walled compound that is like Apple City. Right? Like they have hundreds of thousands of employees.
I figure security's got to be pretty strong. And now that you're a known quantity.
Yeah, no, they don't want me in there. No.
He does not want to be in that. Were they happy? Was there any kickback? Any from that video?
I have had no official contact from Apple.
Good.
I've had a fair amount of unofficial contact from Apple employees who think my stuff is really cool. So
yeah,
Apple engineers who are like, "That's really cool. I like what you did there."
And we're talking with Apple engineers and the small shop, the guy who makes his own mods. He saw the video too.
Did he?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
He goes, yeah, I know him from YouTube.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know that. Okay,
he'd seen you,
cool.
so that's why I made it easier to ask for permission to film his shop.
Awesome.
I asked the guy, "Can we film your shop and tell the story?" And he goes, "Yeah, I've seen him on YouTube."
Awesome. I didn't realize that.
So, yeah.
So you miss when you don't have the you don't have the language.
It's not as much fun when there's a dude over there. I don't know. Different strokes for different folks. But yeah, this is Akihabara. This is the most famous out-of-box electronics store, Yodobashi Akiba. It's the biggest in the world, so they say. I bought a GoPro 7 there yesterday. Was it yesterday? It's been 2 days ago. It's been working pretty good, and I got this gimbal at Bic Camera. So I go to the out-of-box.
Which one is your favorite?
This one.
Yeah.
This one. I like Yodobashi better. I don't know why, but I prefer Yodobashi over Bic. But Bic is trying harder to up their services, friendlier service, faster time. I don't know if it's true, but they're making an effort, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, this one definitely seems bigger.
Yeah, the whole reason why these shops are coming is because they're cheaper and they're just more convenient. Yeah. But I like still the service of the older shops. Having one owner for one shop that knows everything about his products, that's the kind of service that I think keeps them in business.
Well, and it's like much more niche. I don't know, I think it's cooler stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like if you want to buy a camera, you would come here.
Right.
But if you want to find something cool that you didn't even think existed, you go over there.
Yeah, like 8-bit music boards from arcades from 30 years ago. Yeah. That's cool.
Crazy video game mods.
The dude took, honestly, I was so flipped. The dude took the chips out of the arcade machines, the music, 8-bit music, and then he put it into the
gachapon balls. Right?
Well, no, he put it onto a board. Then he's hooked it up to a speaker, and that's the music that he's pumped into his shop.
Yeah.
It's 8-bit music from arcade games from the past. It's just so cool.
I can't wait to build one. I gotta go back tomorrow and make sure I get the right boards.
This is way too cool. All right, guys. Scotty and I, Scott, I want to thank you,
thanks,
brother.
Man.
It's nice to see you in Japan. I hope you come back too.
Thanks for showing me around.
No, man, it's my pleasure. I'm looking forward to seeing all the stuff you make. And before we go, we're gonna try this out.
Oh yeah. Do you want me to hold that? Get you to do it?
So this is what it's like, guys. Okay. Oh my word. Oh, I should have done the interview like this. You're not gonna try it? It's so good for your body. Oh.
Oh, that's really weird. Yeah, we should have done the interview this way.
So.
Wow.
Scotty, what do you think of Japan?
I think it's pretty cool. I don't know about the exercise equipment here, though.
I feel sick. All right. Okay. All right.
Oh wait, hang on. You missed an important part here, John.
Oh, what? Oh, there's more to it. This is how we do it. Dun 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 dun. This is how he does it. Dun 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 dun. Dun. What are we doing here? Shake it, yeah.
Wow.
Oh yeah, that was fun. All right, guys, thanks for watching this live stream. Hope you enjoyed it. Check out Scott's channel. We did a collaboration walking through there, so I hope that's of value for you guys that are interested more in Akihabara. It's a neat way to compare Shenzhen, which is the capital of manufacturing, with Akihabara, which is the capital of
like electronics collectors and otaku.
Otaku, electronic otaku, and I thought that was a pretty fun thing. So check it out. Yeah, if you have any questions, leave it in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button. The 600 people watching, click that like if you like collaboration videos, because I might do some more of it. Scott, we're looking forward to seeing you again here in Japan.
Oh, you definitely will.
All right,
Yeah,
that's
absolutely.
what we like to hear.
Thanks for showing me around.
You're welcome. The last 20 seconds, I'm gonna just show you this wiggling.
Oh yeah?
Yeah,
Well, he's good at it.
yeah. Wiggle your finger on that like button. Just do it. All right, guys. Thanks. Have a good day. Good night, wherever you are in the world. Bye bye.